A new entry in the Mafia franchise has been announced, this time with a murder mystery thrown into the mix. This is Mafia: Kill Order, signed by the family. In this first-person open-world crime drama, you play as a hitman for the Italian Mafia. After your boss is killed, you find yourself in the middle of a gang war. The whole story unfolds through dialogue and cutscenes, as there is no in-game dialogue option menu. The game is set to release in 2024 for PC and consoles, but it can be wishlisted on Steam right now. Let's see what the details are. But first, if you could do us a big favor and please consider subscribing, that would be amazing. Thanks. The game takes place in the late 1960s in a fictional version of New York City called the Borough of Empire. You play as a hitman, known only as the Killer, who works for the local mafia family run by Don Salieri. As we already know, the Don gets whacked. After his funeral, the family splits into two factions. On one side is Uncle Paulie, played by Tony Darrow, who wants to take over the family business. And on the other side is Connie Carbone, played by actor-director Michael Mann, who wants to bring peace to the family. Your character is caught in the middle. As per usual with Mafia games, you'll get into all sorts of trouble with the law, specifically with an agent named Sarah. To escape the heat, you'll have to hide or flee into the many different boroughs that make up the city, each of which are open to explore. You've got Little Italy, Chinatown, Greenwich Village, Harlem, etc. There are even more neighborhoods to uncover. As you play the game, you will start to unravel the mystery behind who was really responsible for ordering the hit on the Don. Your character will be able to switch between 3 different weapons on the fly, such as a Tommy gun, a shotgun, and a knife. There are also plenty of other weapons to find throughout the city. Hand-to-hand combat looks to be quite brutal. In one of the trailers, we saw the character perform a flying kick that sends an enemy sprawling across the floor before finishing him off with a baseball bat. You can approach missions in different ways, whether it be head-on or sneaking around and taking out targets one at a time. There are multiple endings depending on which characters you decide to align yourself with. If you choose to side with Uncle Paulie, you'll have to complete missions that include hijacking trucks and ambushing rival gang members. Whereas if you choose to side with Connie, you'll take on missions that involve chasing down fleeing suspects and interrogating witnesses. The game isn't just about shooting people. It seems there's quite a lot of driving involved as well. We've seen some footage of car chases through the streets of Empire. You'll be able to drive all sorts of cool muscle cars from the era, such as the 1969 Dodge Charger RT and the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. There's also what appears to be a boat mission where you have to ram into other boats. The world is split into several districts, and as you progress the story, more of the map will become accessible. There are various characters you'll meet along the way that will offer you different types of missions. Most of these characters will become available after you've met them and progress the main story a bit. They all have their own unique icons on the map, similar to how it is done in Grand Theft Auto V as far as gameplay goes. It's pretty much what you would expect from a Mafia game. There's nothing particularly revolutionary here. We've still got cover-based shooting, hand-to-hand combat, stealth takedowns, driving sequences, etc. There's something about the art style that reminds me of the PlayStation 3 era. The lighting looks really nice, and the color choices are great. The character models and animations seem a little stiff though. I don't know, maybe they were going for a more realistic look. Here's the full list of the game's features as it appears on the Steam Store page. Explore a faithfully recreated version of 1960s New York City. Immerse yourself in an authentically rendered open world where every neighborhood tells its own story. Experience a compelling narrative and gripping cinematic cutscenes that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Make meaningful choices that shape the story and influence the game's multiple endings. Engage in intense firefights with enemies and rival gangs. Master the art of stealth takedowns and infiltration. Navigate bustling streets and crowded venues. Take control of iconic muscle cars from the 1960s and engage in thrilling high-speed pursuits. And here are the game's system requirements. Minimum. Requires a 64-bit processor and a 108op display. OS. Windows 10, 64-bit. Processor, Intel Core i5 4460 or equivalent. Memory. 8 GB RAM. Graphics. NVIDIA GTX 970 or equivalent. Storage. 50 GB available space. The developers Hado are a relatively new studio founded in 2017 in Milan, Italy. Their first and so far only game is a World War II shooter called Escape from the Pacific that came out in 2021. So this upcoming Mafia game will be their second title. The publisher, Wired Productions, is based in London. Some of their notable titles include the Shadow of the Beast remake, The Aquarium, and the 2019 reboot of Total War. Now, the Mafia franchise has always had a bit of a cult following. A lot of people seem to like the setting and the storytelling, but they aren't necessarily fans of the gameplay. Personally, I loved Mafia 2. I thought the story was excellent. I think a lot of people would enjoy this game if it wasn't for the clunky combat. Kill Order, signed by the family, doesn't appear to add anything new to the franchise, but I'm sure that's fine with most fans. It seems like a solid Mafia game is exactly what people want. The price hasn't been revealed yet, but we do know that it will be released in 2024 for PC and consoles. For now, you can wishlist it on Steam. So what do you guys think? Are you pumped for another Mafia game, or do you feel like they've become a bit stale? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. If you love this channel, then subscribe. You can also follow us on social media or join our community. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.